yeah, I'm for free speech. I just have to hear it first and then vet it, and then we can have free speech. You can apologize all you want. We want your head. My name is Adam Carolla, and this is my story. I'm a comedian and documentarian, author, podcaster, raconteur. I worked as a boxing instructor. If you don't believe me, if you want to look at my hands, you will see the hands of a boxing coach. This is as straight as I can get my fingers. I taught Jimmy Kimmel how to box for a radio boxing stunt. And Jimmy got me into radio, and the next thing you know, Bob's your uncle. When I started off in radio, we would get complaints about words or phrases or crossing the line, ideas. We would offend people. If somebody complained about something you said, they were always from the religious right that wrote a letter to your program director saying you need to be canceled. Now, that sounds quaint and comical now, right? We all know that if your program director got a letter from some group who wanted to pull you off the air, they would be atheist and from the left. So, and by the way, nobody complained more about the religious right-wing people than the progressive left-wing people. Like, oh, those do-gooders, leave us alone, let us express ourselves creatively. If you don't like it, don't listen. You're gonna let a couple of nut jobs pull you off the air. Now the same people that never stop complaining about that are getting everyone pulled off the air. So progressives are doing to entertainment what they're doing to corporate America or big tech. They're now doing 10 times what the government used to do in terms of censoring your speech. They say they don't want to control the content, but their version of, we don't want to control the content, we just want to know what you're saying and then decide whether you get to keep your job or not, because what you're saying could be dangerous, because it's going to get people to do things that we don't like. It's sort of like, yeah, I'm for free speech. I just have to hear it first and then vet it and then okay it, and then we can have free speech. These were the same people that 10 minutes ago that were laughing at people that said these lyrics in these satanic rock songs are getting teenagers to act out, or these video games, these violent video games. They'd laugh at those people. That's not getting anyone to do anything. Grow up. People have their own will. Well, now those same people are saying if you tweet something, it's dangerous and it's going to get people to react. Cancel culture and PC culture, yeah, hurt comedy. Anytime a comedian has to think, how is this going to sound, or who's going to hear this, or how's this going to affect my career, you have affected a performance and you have governed a thought. Think about any poem or any music. If the person that was creating it was thinking about who they may offend, now imagine Magic Johnson running down the court and he's got all these voices in his head. You can't do this. You're going to offend the people in the first row if you do that. What kind of performance would we get out of Magic Johnson? It's stifling. It is going to hurt the product. If you think about comedy, traditionally, it has to be the freest expression of the individual. And they were sort of courageous enough to speak, you know, and we used to applaud that. Now, I've had comedians tell me, I love that joke or that thing you do on this, that. It's like, it's too bad you can't do it. That's insane. So I love this thing. It's really funny, but we're not going to say it. The progressives claim to be tolerant and free to be you and me, but they are not. People apologize because they're working under an old model with an old regime. Go back 20 years, they would say, get in front of it. Go out and apologize. Then once you apologize, you'd take a little slap on the hand, 2-day suspension or something like that, and then we get on with our lives. Someone's offended, we don't know why. Just apologize, we'll get this thing over with. The new model is, you can apologize all you want, we want your head, we want you fired. So it would be like you saying to your wife, hey, I want to apologize, hon, about what I said about the lasagna. And she'd go, fine, we're still getting divorced. And I go, but I said I was sorry. Yeah, I know. But now I see that as a sign of weakness. And I really want a divorce, like tomorrow. The new world order is you can't apologize. So you groveling and summoning up this fake apology and getting ass-canned from your job, that's lose-lose. If you're gonna get fired, at least keep your head up. It's like you're putting a saucer of milk out because you're trying to be friends with the feral cat. But all you get is more feral cats. And you go, oh, I feel bad for the cat. I know, but you can't put the saucer of milk out. The apology is the saucer of milk. No one asked Charles Barkley to apologize. No one asked Adam Carolla to apologize. No one asked me to apologize. I say horrible things all day, usually when the cameras stop. But I got you in my sights. I know many people on the right, many people on the left. Nobody I know on the right's ever called for anyone on the left to be silenced or deplatformed or shut down. People say to me, oh, you're always on Fox, trying to make a buck. If you go on Tucker Carlson, you're not allowed to go on to CNN. Fox doesn't care if you go on CNN and then go on Tucker Carlson, but CNN cares because you're tainted. And so what ends up happening is they go, oh, you're just some right-wing guy who's going on all these Fox shows. The only reason I'm on Fox shows is because I have a book to promote or podcast to promote or stand-up dates or something, and I'm no longer welcome on CNN or MSNBC or HuffPo or whatever. They will not talk to you. The super progressive, inclusive people, the open-minded people, they will not let you back on their show. I mean, it happens to moderate people. It's happened to Mark Garagos. It's happened to Dr. Drew. You'll never see him on any of those shows anymore. You end up just going on Fox shows or conservative radio shows because the other ones won't have you. As much cancel culture as there is and as much oppression as there is and censorship, there's still room for really creative, really interesting, really intriguing people. It's not going to work if you try to figure out what people want to hear and then tell it to them. You're going to be some watered down, beige, oatmeal-y mess of a comedian or actor or writer. I don't think of myself as brave. I have ideas and I share those ideas. That's my job. And if I stop doing that, I start censoring myself and I start thinking, oh, how's that going to make people feel? Or how's this going to be interpreted? Or how's it going to be construed or misinterpreted? Or I know someone's going to take this and turn it into some headline on HuffPo. The second I do that, it means it's time to get back into carpentry because I'm in the wrong profession. So I'm a comedian. I say what I want. That's how it works. Thanks for watching this video, and if you want to keep this country and PragerU free, please consider making a tax-deductible donation.